Reverend Chef, and welcome to another edition of No Fluff, No Stuff. Got an award-winning cast of characters here. We're back. We're heating things up. Of course, on the other end is Stephanie Pride or Stephanie Bennett. Andre Ash,
yes,
the man. He's not Ash because he doesn't use lotion.
Well, we don't know about that.
I put plenty on.
And Lacey Horn.
Yes.
Woo, woo, woo. So what we talking about today, man? You got all the questions. You're the journalist.
Oh, we got hot topics, y'all.
The rest of us, we just play at it. You get paid. You get paid. We play.
Look,
this is gonna be good today.
Basketball Wives alum Drea Michelle has come out and revealed that she is pregnant, y'all, and she is pregnant to a 22-year-old NBA player, Jalen Green is his name.
What team does he play for? I didn't even know who he was.
He plays for the Rockets, Houston Rockets.
Okay.
But people are going ham because they're saying, oh, man, she is a gold digger.
Wow.
She knows that her life is financially going to be taken care of because now she has tied herself to a young NBA player who just entered the league.
Okay, hold up. You said he plays for the Denver Nuggets?
Houston Rockets.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because he gave her some nuggets and she gonna get some nuggets.
That's crazy.
Houston Rockets.
Well, how about let's stay in the context of the image of basketball. So he dribbled. He gave her a little dribble.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
And she definitely took
now she's
a little wibble.
Pregnant with a ball, real ball.
But how do we feel about that?
So go back to...
Should a nearly 40-year-old woman be dating and then be impregnated by a 22-year-old young NBA player when he's just getting his career up and started?
Okay, love transcends all human erected barriers, even those of age and sex and class. If you love somebody, you love somebody. The question is whether they're in love or whether they were in lust.
That was going to be my comment because it seems like when you see these age differences, it's like the conversation is easily turned to, hey, this is a money grab or she's a gold digger. Are they in a relationship? What if they really are in love?
This relationship was a short dating period.
Okay,
and it's one thing to be dating somebody. Did you have to have his baby too? Because
that's his fault.
Is it?
Absolutely. Let me tell you something. I was 31 years old when my first child was born. My dad had me working in the foundry when I graduated from high school, and I came out there. He came out the last day of my job. It was a horrid job. He said, "You like this?" I said, "No." He said, "Well, you're gonna go to school, but if you get a girl pregnant, you're gonna come back to this foundry, get married, and take care of that child." So when I was on the road playing football and basketball, I never left my reproduction up to a woman. I didn't care if
responsibility.
I don't care if she was on the pill or whatever she told me.
But isn't it responsibility on both sides, though?
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, he knew what he was doing. I mean, he knew he's putting his finger in the pudding. And he should have had a glove on his finger.
But I think it's a cautionary tale, right, of what guidance and advice that he either had or didn't have in his life when it comes to being young.
Well, they say that sometimes you don't think when you're in a moment of passion.
Yeah, if you're outside, it's too late to put a coat on.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you think that Dre is taking advantage of him? Is that because
that's
older?
the way
that the narrative here?
I think that's a false narrative. I don't think we should blame this woman. I think he's an adult. He's in a genre, by the way, where they know that women try to fleece men for money, and you have to be more responsible. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to have a baby with a woman that I'm not in love with, don't want to marry, don't want her to be the mother of my child. So he has as much responsibility as she does. So if she has a motive, if she has an agenda, it's up to him to have his own.
Yeah, but we can't act like Drea is not Drea and that he's not getting no type of clout, no type of nothing.
He definitely
for
had a
being
come up
with her. Like it's a come up. It's not just
Wait, but what's the clout
it's
for?
A come up
for
or
him.
Come up. Spell it for me.
Which version? But I mean, you think it's a come up for him by dating and being with her?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Jalen Green.
Yes, women upgrade men all the time.
Jalen Green is an up-and-coming NBA superstar.
But we're not like talking about
But
Giannis
you said up and coming.
Or you know what I'm saying, or LeBron or somebody that has a known household. Steph Curry. I mean,
I guess we are talking about him because he is
with Drea. That's what I'm saying.
And then let's take it
with
here.
the baby.
Let's take it
So now
here.
he has more expenses.
Absolutely. But will we have this conversation if the ages were the other way around?
No.
Right. If he was an older man with a 22-year-old girl, we wouldn't even care about this conversation.
What is he working with?
So this sexism is absolutely crazy in 2024. This is crazy.
Well, here's what I gotta say. Just don't wind up like Sean Kemp. Okay, because Sean Kemp couldn't even play at different basketball arenas because he had so many kids and there were warrants out for him, so he could only play in certain places. So the young man, if he wants to have a baby by an older woman, wonderful. I mean, it's great. But don't make this the tale of your story.
It's a 16-year age difference.
So what?
When he was 11, she was what?
Okay,
I
listen.
mean, but do you think that Drea is hurting for money though? Like, I mean, she's still Drea. She has businesses. She's a businesswoman.
The optics. She has an 18-year-old.
Famous rich men for a long time.
She
has. Stay with this one for a long time.
Let me just tell you this. It's called on-the-job training, right?
Oh God, what are you about to say, Ray?
I'm not gonna go overboard, but I'm saying when I was 19, I was dealing with a 34-year-old woman, and she told me, she says, "I'm gonna show you things you've only dreamed of." Well, I've been dreaming ever since, okay? So they can teach you things you don't know.
It's crazy.
Absolutely. They teach you one thing.
You didn't have kids with her,
like one is take it slow before you go, okay?
Oh, Lord.
Well, that was probably some good advice. But she,
no, I had no babies. I was 31 years of age,
Responsible.
married to a woman I met at 18, and I had both my children by the same woman.
So
now deceased.
Finally, on this
sorry to hear
note,
that.
so she has an 18-year-old son, by the way. Drea does.
And he's 20. The boy is 22.
So he's
And
gonna
he's
he's gonna
22.
have a 1-year-old
So-
baby brother. He'll be 19 and it'll be his baby brother.
Oh my goodness. Well, on another note,
Yeah.
Well, at least you don't have to buy diapers for both. One is old enough that he wears clothes. The other one's, diapers are expensive, man.
That's crazy. Diapers.
can't do this
Diapers.
today.
and Sheffield said it. Well, in other news, TikTok.
Okay, I got one last thing about that. What we ought to really be asking when there's a baby, so we know there was some consummation, right, from ejaculation, whatever. The question is, did she enjoy it?
Obviously, she's smiling and bragging about it.
That don't
Obviously.
mean nothing. She might be smiling and bragging because she got some money coming.
But why we keep talking about money like this is not
Let me tell
Drea?
you,
Like, she has money, y'all.
I
Like,
guarantee,
Does she have money?
I guarantee you
I mean,
that
Do the
Yeah.
boy got money? How
This
much is his
relationship
contract?
isn't gonna
Look that
last.
up. See how much his contract is.
I will look it up. But let me
Yeah.
tell you, this relationship is not going to last. She's in it for the money. I'm telling you.
why do you
Okay,
think she's
how
in it
you
for
know
the
that?
money?
Do you
believe
know
so.
her?
I believe so. She's
Do you know
in
her?
it for the money.
I know why you know that, right?
I love
I
it.
know why you know that. Because you tried to get with her.
She told you that you had no money.
You didn't have enough money.
Let me tell you, I used to like Drea.
Cha-ching.
Let me tell you, I used to like
Drea.
Drea.
You still
But
like
you
Drea.
couldn't.
But
You
couldn't
disappointed in
afford
her
But
decision.
Look at her.
We
Look
all
at her.
have
This
to
is
date in
just-
our
So let me
in
see what she
our
look
class.
like.
This is how she looks. But let me tell you, this relationship isn't
Not
going to
bad. I
last
saw that
long.
picture today.
Is that Drea?
And that's her pregnant.
Yeah.
How you know it's going to last?
Is she pregnant?
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Because he
pregnant.
has to stay
That's
around
why I
at
said
least
she's so
financially.
proud.
to
She
pay
proud.
for a
Let's move
18-year-old
off
son.
of pregnancy and older women with young men.
And children are a blessing anyway.
It's a shortage of men, period. And so, women today just want to have some fun and, maybe one and done. And you know what? And brothers
we
can't
all.
take what women do.
Sure can.
The
Say
same
it
stuff
again.
they
Say
do.
it
You about to
again
have
for
a
the
whole
people
nother
in the
conversation.
back. They
Yes.
didn't hear you.
Well, I'm sure she will turn the pictures over to social media when the baby comes.
She
when
got
the baby comes
got
out.
the sack. It just wasn't the sack. with money
All right.
in it.
Talk to me about TikTok.
Moving on. Speaking of social media, TikTok is in the news and it's trending this week, y'all.
Yeah.
This has actually been going on for quite some time, but Congress actually just passed a bill in a committee to ban TikTok because of national security reasons. They're concerned about
Chinese
having,
government.
the Chinese government with this app having some sense
They got
of
your
ownership.
name. They got you in the file.
You know what? They may.
They got you in the file. You know
they
why?
probably do.
Because you look like you Chinese.
And I resisted. I resisted.
I didn't even know you had a TikTok account.
He got a TikTok account. You ever look at his
literally-
TikTok?
I'm only following 4 people.
I'm about
barely
to say,
use
yeah,
it.
you're so quiet on there.
I don't.
I like
but
TikTok.
because I resisted getting on it because of national security reasons. But I will say, Biden said that if Congress sends him
He's
a bill.
going to sign it.
He will sign it. But Donald Trump said the same thing when he was in office that he was thinking of. It's already banned from federal phones for employees, federal employees. So what do y'all think about this? Is it bad timing politically for Biden because he could potentially lose the young vote if he does this?
I mean, but he's not the one that's doing it. He's simply signing what Congress puts on his
But
desk.
he doesn't have to.
He can veto it.
I don't even care.
Because Biden is your guy.
I mean, social media is everywhere. There are all kinds of people who suggest things that are not necessarily true. What's the evidence that the Chinese government is using this?
I think this is a bipartisan.
How American government's not using Instagram?
And that's another argument too. But this is a bipartisan issue.
Snapchat, all of it.
This is a bipartisan issue on combating and going up against China's ways of trying to overtake global power and use our information and data. So this is a bipartisan issue, and it's not just social media and social media. It's young people who are on social
China
media.
But it's
He could
security.
lose that young vote politically this year.
Let me say this.
People
I'm gonna be
love
done on
TikTok.
this.
Yeah.
China started on the bottom. Now it's on the top. When Greg Davis and I were coming up, it was a joke if you had stuff that said "Made in China." Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all don't remember that era, but everything was made in China.
It still is.
It's still is.
But I'm saying, but now the Chinese has so much money. If you go anywhere south of Florida, Panama, South America, the Bahamas, they have built up all those countries and have curried humongous favor among poor people all over the world.
Yeah.
So, if they spying on us, I mean, so what? Uncle Sam spies on you.
He is. But my main concern is if they do this with TikTok, they can do this with any other app that's coming up in the rankings. I mean, national security, I want him to protect my national security. Yeah, I want him to protect
We never
me.
know what China may do with this information down the road.
You said you're natural or you're national?
National. I want him to protect us at all costs. So,
you want Biden to protect your natural.
Yeah, he can't do that.
He can't do that.
A natural security.
I just think people look at TikTok like it's just an app where you can find funny videos, but a lot of people make a lot of money on these social media.
Absolutely.
By taking away TikTok, that's coming for people's income.
And
I think
you're
that's
absolutely
important
right. And
to
there's
know.
a huge number of folks, if you haven't noticed, who have gone viral about what's going to happen to their lifestyles
Yes.
and everything else if this
Yes,
goes.
if TikTok
this
goes.
this is employment for some folks.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
A lot, not just some, a lot.
TikTok.
Well, you referred to it earlier as TikTok,
TikTok.
but
Not
that's
TikTok.
that's a whole nother thing.
I like TikTok though. I've learned a lot of things on TikTok. I'm gonna be sad if it goes, and I definitely think he's gonna.
Yeah, but
lose
all
the
we're
young
gonna
vote
do
if
is-
he signs that bill.
Yeah, but all we're going to do is go to another app. Just like we were all on Instagram, everybody
all
went
of
to
them are
TikTok.
used for sex trade though.
Excuse me.
All of these platforms are used for sex trades.
Clubhouse.
They're all used for sex trade.
No.
I mean, there's women on there who display themselves. You look at what is the new one?
that's the business.
Used to be
OnlyFans.
Twitter. What is it now?
Sex trade? Or do you mean like
X.
human
I
trafficking?
mean, this
It's not- it's not Twitter, it's called
I mean,
X.
they're selling themselves.
Well,
That's
look,
OnlyFans.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's not
you got the
OnlyFans.
apps confused.
They need
the
that.
social
Right,
media.
they need
That's
to ban
on X,
OnlyFans.
that's
That's
on
They need
Threads,
to ban
it's on all
OnlyFans.
of them.
Well,
Why else would these women be half
Because
naked
it's a
and doing all
business.
kind of
Rev,
crazy
It's a
stuff?
sex
business.
been selling since biblical times.
The men
What,
get
sex?
on there and sell it
Yes.
too. Now,
The
not
oldest-
just the
Okay,
women.
wait.
oldest career
Sex been
for.
selling. Who said it's the older profession? So you saying that Eve was a prostitute?
No, we didn't go back
I didn't
to
say
Eve.
that Eve
You
was
said
a
the oldest
prostitute.
profession in
I
the
said
world.
it goes back
Oh my
to
God.
biblical times. Yes.
Where in the Bible does it go back
Men
to?
been
Sodom
paying
and
for sex for a
Gomorrah?
real
Oh,
long
goodness.
time.
Well, let me tell you something. No, I gotta tell you. Let me tell you something. You know what my granddaddy told me? In I was 7, he said, "Son, a woman's love may be cheap, but it's never free. Just figure out what it costs and decide do you want to pay."
Oh my God.
So we all pay for it.
Yeah, I
Well,
would
speaking
say
of
that's
sex,
true.
there's Sexy Red,
Oh, gosh.
who is
What
getting
she done
some
did?
flack. Well,
Now,
not just
who is Simply Red? Is that the ugly
Simply
woman?
Red. I think her
having the
name is
baby
Sexy Red.
And just had the baby in the hospital, and then
Yes.
she getting
Her.
ready to go get her some real lead.
She has a popular song where that's called "Ski."
Mm-hmm.
You heard
Yes.
of it.
How you know about all
anyhow.
this stuff? You my age.
I'm universal.
Not your age.
No.
You ain't no young
anyways,
man. You know, come
it's
on.
not
You,
just
you,
her
you
that-
half your hair is gone. How
Look,
you know
look.
all this stuff?
Look. So she's getting flack, but not just her, but Vice President Kamala Harris is getting flack because she invited a lot of HBCU students to her residence to celebrate them, Black excellence, and then they're seen virally on social media dancing and having fun to Sexy Red music in the background being played by the DJ.
Well, look.
And people are asking, is this how we celebrate black excellence?
If Reverend Murphy can rock like he did on New Year's Eve, Kamala Harris can play some rap in her house.
Absolutely.
I mean, but then let's also look at the lyrics that's in the song with Sexy Red. People are talking about, this is degrading music for black people or black women. Should this be, there's a time and a place to be playing type of music like this, not in the VP's presidential home.
Let me ask you a question. Since you asked us all these damn questions, why don't you answer that question? Asking us.
I think it's worth our young black students being celebrated with the VP in our household.
Right.
But I also think there's a time and a place. And when you
you'd have been mad if Obama had the 2 Live Crew there, huh?
Look, I think there's a time and a place, and it just didn't look good. Especially if we're going to also be criticizing Trump for how he views black people, and then
but
she's
Trump
listening to a song.
Yeah,
all this because she was listening to a song.
Listening to it where and think about
in
the
her house
and how it's degrading. It's not just they were talking about the vice president of the United States and the degrading music that's in Sexy Red song and.
Was she playing it or were the students playing
it? The DJ at the
so she had control. So did she give the DJ a playlist? The DJ plays what he wants to play.
Was they turned up? Then the DJ did.
Yeah, I see some of the videos. They was turned up. But here's the thing.
Look, I get it.
Yeah,
you're trying to
she got to be relatable. Exactly.
And she's relatable to the degrading music for black women?
No, but here's the thing. In order to reach them on their level, you gotta provide an environment where they feel comfortable, and then you can change the narrative and change the conversation. But you gotta find a way to create environments that they can relate to. And so she probably wasn't openly offended because she probably didn't even hear the lyrics at the
She probably didn't know it was playing.
Yeah.
She didn't know who Sexy Red was. She thought Sexy Red was a new form of hosiery.
She was playing politics. And my thing is, we gonna go to a Trump rally, you gonna hear him talking about Sexy
this woman
Red?
Get called sexy? Ain't nothing Sexy Red about her.
Man, that's not nice. Okay,
I'm just saying, for what I see.
Right, you don't call her sexy. A lot of guys, Drake calling her sexy right now.
Yeah, and she's sexy enough, and I guess she has good enough music to play at the vice president's home.
What was you gonna say
first? Why are you so offended by
He
that?
is upset about this.
Hey, maybe we need to raise our standards.
We do.
Maybe there's just a time and a place.
You're putting all of that on her. She's just
it's her house.
It's
her house.
I bet you right now, Sexy Red came to your crib. You probably play the same thing, getting busy.
Hey,
with
look, I do have my ratchet music. I will say, but there is a time and a place. You won't be playing it at church, would you?
No, I wouldn't play it at church. But I heard you the other day playing Pop the Coochie 2 Live Crew with some young cuties.
The Reverend know about Pop that Coochie.
He has one facade and demeanor when he's in front of us. I went to interview some people on his block, and they said, "Who you talking about? You talking about AA?"
Oh my God! They call me Dre. Double A.
Well, this has been a good show on Hot
and
Topic.
the double A for the double A batteries that you have to lend to your friends when they come visit, or what? Double A what?
Oh, let me tell you, the energy is always charged, and just like the show, we're always charged up.
Are we? Okay. Are we at the end of this show?
Yes, we are.
We're at the end of this show. We'll see you again soon, and they're working on cleaning me up. Maybe next time.